Hi children, welcome back to our YouTube channel. We already studied the last class that introduction part, versatile nature of carbon, allotropes of carbon. Now we are going to study that properties of covalent compounds. The first property, covalent compounds are usually liquid or gases. Only some of them are solids. And the second property, covalent compounds have usually low melting point and boiling point. And the third property, that is covalent compounds are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in organic solvent. They are soluble in organic solvent. And the last property, organic compounds do not conduct electricity. These are the properties of covalent compound. One question will come, compare the properties. In the last lesson we studied the ionic compound. So compare the properties of ionic compound and covalent compound. Just opposite it comes the ionic compound. In this case, properties of covalent compounds are, they are usually liquid or gases, some of them are solids. They have low melting point and boiling point, and insoluble in water. Covalent compounds are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvent. And last property, they do not conduct electricity. Another topic, types of organic compound. Some of the common types of organic compounds are, first hydrocarbon, where I am writing the short form HC. Second one, that is haloalkanes. Third, alcohol. Fourth, aldehyde. Fifth, ketone. And the last one, it is carboxylic acid, that we call it as organic acids. Once again, the types of organic compound, the first type, it is hydrocarbon, haloalkanes, alcohol, aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. Now we are going to study the separate hydrocarbon, haloalkane, alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid functional group, structures and reactions. Let's study about the hydrocarbon. How can we define as hydrocarbon? A compound made up of hydrogen and carbon only are called hydrocarbon. Compound made up of only hydrogen and carbon. That means hydrogen plus carbon are called hydrocarbon. Examples of hydrocarbon, that is methane, formula it is CH4, ethane C2H6, propane C3H8, etc. Look at that, in these all cases it is only having carbon and hydrogen. So we call it as hydrocarbons. Types of hydrocarbon. This hydrocarbon is divided into two, that is saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. This hydrocarbon is divided into two, saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. How can we define as this saturated hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon in which carbon atoms are connected by only a single bond. Carbon atoms are connected by only a single bond is called saturated hydrocarbon. And what about the unsaturated hydrocarbon? This hydrocarbon in which two carbon atoms, important word you have to remember, two carbon atoms are connected by double bond or triple bond. Here it is single bond, here it is connected by a double bond or triple bond. Single bond we have specified like, double bond we are specifying like this way, triple bond 3 lines. Then another one, this saturated hydrocarbon is also known as alkanes. A-N-E, look at the spelling, A-L-K-A-N-E. Another name of this alkane, that is paraffins. What is the meaning of paraffins? Para means little, affins means reactivity, because they have lesser affinity towards the reagent. So we call it as paraffins. Simply we call it as they are not readily active. Alkanes are not readily active. Now in the unsaturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbon is divided into two, that is alkene and alkyne. E-N-E, Y-N-E. Look here, ANE, ENE, YNE. Another name of alkene that is known as olefins. What is the meaning of olefins? Because they form oily liquid. They form oily liquids. And alkyne means another name, it is acetylene. Common name, it is known as acetylene. And next topic, this general formula of alkane. General formula of alkane, that is CnH2n plus 2. Look at N means numbers of this. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. That is CnH2n plus 2. And I am going to writing the next general formula of alkyne, that is CnH2n minus 2. Look at here, CnH2n plus 2, here CnH2n minus 2. And in the case middle, there is no plus and minus CnH2n. Like this way you can remember. CnH2n plus 2, CnH2n minus 2, CnH2n. This is the general formula of alkane. Look at that. The number of carbon atoms in the hydrocarbon or any other compound indicated by using the following terms. That is, the one carbon atom we are writing as meth. One carbon atom, it is meth. Two carbon atom indicated by writing eth. Three carbon atoms indicating that is prop. Four carbon atom, that is but. 5 carbon atom pent. 6 carbon atom, it is known as hex. And the 7 carbon atom we call it as hept. 8 carbon atoms oct. And 9 carbon atom is non. And the last 10 carbon atom is dec. Like this we are to look at the case of 4 carbon atom. The spelling it is written as but you have to pronounce it as but. So meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec. So in the case of alkane, the first member of the alkane, ANE, you have to add ANE. The first member meth, that is methane. ANE, we have added ANE in the meth, that is methane. Second weight is ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane. This is the order of this one. 1 carbon atom, 2 carbon and 3 carbon. Now look at the formula. How will you write this formula of methane? We already studied the general formula of this alkane is CnH2n plus 2. 1 carbon atom is there in the case of methane. Therefore, N is equal to 1. What about this C1? C1 we are not mentioning as C1. And 2 into 1 plus 2, that is 4. CH4, that is the formula of methane. And eth means number of carbon atom is 2. So look at that C2. 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, 6. And prop means N is equal to 3. C3, that means 2 into 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. C3H8, N is equal to 4, that is C4H10, etc. Like this we have to write the formula. That's why we are studying the general formula of the alkane is CnH2n plus 2. The first member in the alkane series, very important, the first member of the alkane series is known as methane. Formula it is CH4. Second member ethane, propane, butane, then 5 it is called pentane, 6 hexane, 7 heptane, octane, nonane, decane. Like this is the series. The first member in the alkane series, put N is equal to 1. That means C1, H2 into 1, 2 plus 2, that is 4. CH4, that is methane. And what about the first member in the alkene? We already studied this. Unsaturated hydrocarbon means 2 carbon atoms are connected. So minimum how many carbon we need? 2 carbon. So there is no 1. So what will come? It is N is equal to 2. That's why I told to specify that 2 carbon atoms. So minimum 2 carbon we need in the case of unsaturated hydrocarbon. That's why we are putting as N is equal to 2. So we look at that C2, H2 into 2, 4. That the name of this one, it is ethene. Ethene, there is no methane. Here it is methane. The first member of the alkane is methane. And what about the alkene, which is the first member of alkene? Ethene. There is no methane. ethene. And here also N is equal to 2. What will come? C2, H2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 2, it is 2. This one it is ethane, YNE. Same as this ANE. Here ENE, YNE. Second member here N is equal to 2, C2, 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, that is 6. Ethane. In the case of alkane, the second member is ethane. In the case of alkene and alkane, that's the first member, ethene and ethyl. Next topic, structure of saturated hydrocarbon. We have to study about the saturated hydrocarbon, means we already know that the alkane. So, in the case of alkane, we have to study the molecular formula, structural formula and electron dot structure. MF means molecular formula, SF means structural formula, EDS means electron dot structure, and we have to separately we have to study. The first member in the case of alkane, we already know that what is the general formula of alkane? Cn H2n plus 2. Put N is equal to 1, so what will come? C1 and hydrogen means C1, hydrogen 2 into 1 plus 2, that is 4. CH4, one we are not mentioning, CH4. This is the molecular formula of first member of alkane, that is methane. And how we can represent the structural formula of this methane? Look at, first you have to check it, how many number of carbons are there. Here only one carbon. We mentioned one carbon and 4 hydrogen is there. So these 4 hydrogen are distributed the 4 sides of the carbon atom. So look at, we already studied carbon always satisfy the valency 4. These 4 bonds are represented by a short line on the 4 side of the carbon atom. Same way where this hydrogen is, we are representing on 4 sides of the carbon atom, like this represent hydrogen. This is the structure of methane. Then how can you represent electron dot structure? Same way, how many carbon is there here? 1 carbon, and we already know that in a single bond, how many electrons are there? There are 2 electrons are there. These two, there is a strong force of attraction between these 2 electrons, that is a bond. We already studied that. There is a strong force of attraction between these 2 bonds, that is known as bond. So how can you represent this electron? We can represent either dot or star. So first I am going to putting dot. Look at here 1 electron, here 1 electron, here also here. So first 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here hydrogen electron we are I am going to representing like star hydrogen, like this. 4 side hydrogens are there. So representing hydrogen in this way. Look at hydrogen to complete their structure. So they need 2 electrons. First shell contains 2 electrons. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1, and 1 more electron they need to complete the first shell. So this hydrogen is sharing 1 electron from the carbon atom. They complete their structure, and all 4 side hydrogen is sharing like this. What about this carbon? Carbon needs 8. So carbon is sharing the hydrogen 4 electron. Check it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. This is electron dot structure. And which is the second member of this saturated hydrocarbon? Put N is equal to 2, C2, H, 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, 6. This is ethane. Methane, ethane. Now same way, look at how many carbon atom is there? 2 carbon. Put 2 carbon like this way and mention single bond in between 2 carbon. Afterwards fill the hydrogen. So look at 4 side. So 1 bond is here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the case of first carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second case, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 valencies. And put the hydrogen in each case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon hydrogen filled. And same way electron dot structure. First 2 carbon. And in each cases 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second carbon. 1. Here also 1 electron is there. There is a bond. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fill the hydrogen. Hydrogen is here. And this side 1 hydrogen. Another hydrogen. And here also hydrogen. This side and upside. And now sharing the hydrogen. Hydrogen is sharing one electrons. So they got 2, hydrogen shared. And look now, carbon sharing these all four two electrons from the hydrogen and another electron, so they have to complete the octet structure. Look at 1 2 3 4 5 6, and look at this carbon 7 8. This carbon shared another carbon electron also, that's why they form a bond sharing. And look here, second carbon 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the bond formation. Third member of the saturated hydrocarbon, that is propane. Formula of propane is C3H8. And how can you specify the structural formula? First you check it out, how many number of carbon atoms are there? 3. Put 3 carbon and complete the bond in between the carbon atoms. Now fill the hydrogen. 1 2 3 4. First carbon satisfy the valency 4. Now check the second carbon. 1 2. Then how many more we need? 2 more. So 3 4. Last carbon, 1 bond is there. 2 3 4. Fill the hydrogen in each carbon. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 hydrogen completed. And what about the electron dot structure? Same way, put the 3 carbon atoms. 1 2 3. First carbon contains 1 electron. 1 2 3 4. Put 1 2 3 4. Second also 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Third also 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Don't forget to put the electron here. Some children always they are forgetting like this way. And now fill the hydrogen electron. Hydrogen 1 electron here. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Hydrogen filled. Now share the hydrogen electrons. Hydrogen electron shared. Now carbon need 8 electrons. How they are sharing, check it out. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and carbon is sharing this another carbon electron also. They got 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Second carbon also they need 8 electrons, so they are sharing 1 2 and 3 4 5 6 7 8. Look at that, both cases from the neighboring carbon they are shared neighboring carbon atom electrons also. And last carbon 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Look, they are drawing like this. This is the way. Structure of unsaturated hydrocarbon. We already studied unsaturated hydrocarbon is divided into 2, alkene and alkyne. Let's study about the case of alkene. Look at the molecular formula, structural formula, electron dot structure of alkene. The first member of alkene, that is known as ethene. Another name of ethene is known as ethylene. The formula of ethene, we know that the C2H4. This is ethene. Another name of this ethene is known as, otherwise common name of ethene is known as ethylene. Now count the number of carbon atoms in this case, 2 carbon. So we already know that alkene means carbon carbon double bond. So put carbon carbon double bond. Now fill the hydrogen atoms over here. So we have to complete the valency of carbon also. So 1 2. Now 2 more we need here, 3 4. Second carbon 1 2 3 4. Fill the hydrogen. 1 2 3 4. Look at hydrogen, 4 hydrogens are there. Same way, electron dot structure. First you count the number of carbon atoms like this. In this case double bond is there. So if 2 electron comes in one side, 1 2 1 2. Now 3 here, 3 and here 4. Like, look at the second carbon, 1 2 here, 1 2 3 4. So they form a double bond like this way. And fill now you have to fill the hydrogen electron also. 1 electron here and another one here, also 1, and upside electron over. Now sharing. First you share the hydrogen electrons. Afterwards carbon we need 8. Look at 1 2 3 4 5 6, then 7 8. Fill like this. Check the second carbon, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And next member which is the next member? Propene. Propene means 3 carbon. C3H6 is the propene. Here how many carbon atom is there? 3 carbon is there. So first you put 3 carbon. This is the carbon skeleton. So we already know that any 2 carbon, in between 2 carbon, double bond will come. Any 2 carbon atom. So rest of the carbons, they form a single bond like this. Anywhere you can put the double bond. Now fill the hydrogen atom, and first you check the valency of the carbon. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second carbon. 1, 2, 3. Then one more needed. We can put either this upside or downward. I am going to putting downward only. Now look, third carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill the hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hydrogen. Same way we have to mention the electron dot structure. How many carbon is there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second carbon. Second carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This side 2 electron and 3, 4. What about the last carbon? 1, 2. This side 2, 3, 4. This, look at this form double bond here. Now fill the hydrogen. 1 hydrogen. This side 1 hydrogen is there. Here, here and upside. Next, what is the step of that one? Sharing the hydrogen electrons. First, then share the hydrogen. After next, carbon. Carbon need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First carbon 8 electron. Second carbon only need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. What about this? 5, 6, 7, 8. Last carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the way. Next, one more carbon we have to show that. For butane. Butane contains 4 carbon. C4. What is will come? That is 248. CnH2n is the formula. C4H8. Structural formula. What about the structure? Count the number of carbon atoms. 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anywhere you have to put the double bond. I am putting double bond in between. Rest of the carbon form single bond. Now fill the hydrogen. So before filling the hydrogen, we have to satisfy the valency 4. So one bond is there. 2, 3, 4. Look at the second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have mentioned down. Third carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Now fill the hydrogen over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hydrogen. Now electron dot structure. 4 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. In the first carbon 1 electron in 4 side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second carbon. This side 2 electrons. So first you mentioned 1, 2, down 3 and 4. Third carbon, here 2 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, fill the hydrogen. Wherever hydrogen is there, same way you have to fill it. 1 hydrogen here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is 6, 7 and here it is 8. Next step, hydrogen sharing. Sharing of hydrogen. Afterwards carbon. Carbon need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first carbon shared 8 electron. And second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Third carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very important. Count it and circle it. And last carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the way. Let us perform in the case of alkyne. Alkane, general formula it is CnH2n minus 2. So which is the first member in the case of alkyne? That is ethyne. Ethyn, ethine. What is the formula? C2H2 is the ethyne. In the case of ethyne, how many bonds are there? 3 bonds, a triple bond is there. So check it out. How many number of carbon atom? 2. So first 2. In between 2 carbon, triple bond, that is ethyne. Now count it, that one. Number of valency 1, 2, 3. One more we need. Second 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill the hydrogen 1, 2. Look at that, 2 hydrogen. Automatically it comes. And same way, electron dot structure. 1, 2 carbon is there. And here, how many electrons are there in the singles one side? 3 electron. Mentioned like this. 1, 2, 3. And here 4. Look at the second carbon. 1, 2, 3. Here it is 4. Fill the hydrogen in both sides. Same way, sharing of hydrogen. And afterwards carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full. Same way, second carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the way. And the second one also, what it is, that propane. Propane means C3H4. Here it contains 3 carbon. 1, 2, 3. Anywhere it comes the triple bond. I am putting here triple bond. The rest of the carbon they carry single bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. No need of bond, already satisfied. The last carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this is the way. And fill the hydrogen 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at here also 4. Same way, electron dot structure 1. I am writing down 1, 2, 3. Here 1 electron in 4 side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the second 1. Here it is 3. 1, 2, 3. Last carbon 1, 2, 3 and here 4. And fill the hydrogen 1, 2, 3. Here it is 4. And sharing the hydrogen electron. First carbon 8. They need 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last carbon, this 6 already there, 7, 8. Like this we can complete till decyne.